All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Cruising Complete. Barry here with your latest cruise news updates. Wow, what a week. What a up and down week for cruising. Some bad news to start off the week, some good news to finish the week. We got new cruise ships sailing in the UK. We have another cruise line with more vaccination requirements. We have the delivery of a new cruise ship. Plus, is the CDC going to start relaxing restrictions and allow more travel? Are they going to do away with the conditional sailing order? More updates on that. Let's cruise into it. Alright, so we have some more cruise ships making their way to the UK to start sailing in the UK. We have the Celebrity Silhouette, the Royal Caribbean's Anthem of the Seas, which we touched on last week. It was rumored that it may start over in the UK. It actually is going to start, and they're actually going to give away 999 free cruises on that ship. It's going to be for healthcare workers, emergency workers, stuff like that. The significance of the 999, that's the equivalent for the UK of the 911 in the United States. So it's kind of, that number to signify, emergency and healthcare workers and whatnot. So Anthem of the Seas going to the UK to start sailing. Speaking of Royal Caribbean, they took delivery of Odyssey of the Seas, a brand new ship, done the sea trials, took delivery of it. Now we got some photos that we shared on our Facebook group page. Head over to that and join that page if you haven't already. You can check out all the new updated stories. The new pictures of the Odyssey of the Seas that were released are up on that website as well. Another story came out this week is Norwegian is going to require their crew members to be vaccinated. So they're kind of in the same healthy sail panel as Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean's already said that they're going to require their crew members to be vaccinated. So it's really no surprise that Norwegian's going to follow in their footsteps and do the same thing. Quantum of the Seas, they are going to extend their time in Singapore. They are now going through October. No surprise, again, it's been working over there. They've carried over 50,000 passengers on that ship since they've resumed cruising in Singapore. They're not requiring vaccines. They have had 0 positive COVID cases on that ship. So obviously the protocols that they put in place are working, and they're sailing safely over there in Singapore on the Quantum of the Seas. So that's some good news moving forward. Now, before we get to our biggest stories of the week, the good and the bad, everybody go hit that like button. I want to try to get to 100 likes on this video. I need everybody to do that for me to be able to accomplish that. It costs you nothing. Same thing with subscribing. It costs you nothing. It helps us out. It shares the video to everybody else. So go down, mash that like button. Go to the Facebook group page. Like I said, Cruising Complete. You'll get a lot of information throughout the week there on that. Alright, so at the beginning of the week, the CDC director, Rochelle Walensky, came out and said that they were concerned because cases were starting to go back up in the United States. You have spring break going on, you have people traveling, people partying, doing stuff like that. So she was voicing her concerns and trying to get the American people to kind of social distance, to stop, partying, stop the spring break travel and all that. So what's interesting about this, though, is that on Thursday, the mayor of Miami, who's been in contact with the CDC, said that she had a phone call with the CDC. Rochelle Walensky was included in that phone call. Now, she said some positive things came out of that phone call, and now they're expecting soon for an updated version of the conditional sail order to take place. There's been a lot that's changed since the original conditional sail order was put in place with the vaccines rollout and everything. So it's a lot different scenario now than it was when it was first, released back in October of last year. So you have that moving forward, and some new information supposed to come with that. Well, then this morning, on Friday morning, the CDC is starting to pull back travel restrictions. They're now saying if you're vaccinated, you can travel. You can travel without having to get a test. The only thing you still need a test for is if you travel internationally, you still will need a test to come back into the United States. But you will not need to quarantine. If you travel domestically, you don't need a test. You don't need to quarantine upon your return if you are vaccinated. So they're starting to pull back some of these restrictions. So what does this mean for cruising? Well, a lot of things. Number one, we said in our video last week that the emergency health declaration that's supposed to expire in April, on April 20th, if that may not get extended if there's no need to extend it. If cases aren't rising in the U.S., if there's still not a major health emergency as they consider it in the U.S., they may not extend that. Now what's important with these travel restrictions being pulled back is if they're pulling that back, then maybe they're starting to realize that there's no need to have that health restriction in place anymore, that declaration. So maybe that doesn't get extended, and then at the end of April, like everybody was hoping after our last video, everything can open back up again. Also, what's big on this is they said they're expecting information from the CDC to update the conditional sale order for new guidelines. That's going to get the ball rolling again. There's been a lot of pressure over the past couple weeks on the CDC to get moving with this, to get going in a direction. You had the governor of Florida doing the round table with a lot of the cruise executives. You have the Miami mayor. You have the politicians in Alaska, your senators in Alaska that were pushing for the CDC to open up. So they've had a lot of pressure, so it's good to hear that they are actually responding to the mayor in Miami and saying, okay, well, we're going to have some new updates coming out soon. Like I said, the CDC pulling back travel restrictions. All this is good news for the cruise industry. That means that they're starting to move forward. We can start cruising again outside of the United States. It's coming a lot sooner than you think it is. Will it require vaccinations at first? Maybe, we'll see. But some cruise lines have said they're going to require it. Some have said they are not. Carnival said that they, as of right now, they don't expect to require vaccines. But a lot of that's going to be into the new conditional sale order that's released. But it's definitely positive news to see all this information coming out after the beginning of the week started with bad information and talks about cases rising possibly, and the CDC director being scared of another outbreak. So definitely good information here at the end of the week. Thanks everybody for watching. Like I said, go down, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps us out greatly. You all have a great weekend. Thanks so much.